Aloha, and thanks for tuning in. So, I wanted to touch on an issue I had in my last video, which was removal of the interior of the aircraft in the game. Now, that does make for some much better visuals, and I'll show you. I'll just move the cockpit around a little bit here. You can see I haven't rendered the inside at all. Unfortunately, when I did that, I removed my ability to get my GNS 530 pop out. So now I can't use my GNS 530. So I started looking for some alternatives. The first alternative, obviously, was to look for a 530 that I could put into the game. Couldn't find one. So I started looking for alternatives to the 530. And here I am at the 750. This is the PMS 50, 750. And this is the TDS 750. Now, if you are in an aircraft that generically comes with a 750 or has the option to have a 750, these things will be awesome for you. It'll be easy to set up. Life will be great. For those of you like me who are in an aircraft that doesn't natively have a 750, however, you're gonna need some workarounds. And I'm going to talk about the workarounds I came up with. So when I was originally programming this setup here, the rotary encoders in MobiFlight were set up to be TDS 750 and TDS 750 U2, because you got U1, U2 rotary encoders. However, because my aircraft didn't come with a 750, the MobiFlight setups didn't work with this, and I kept thinking that I did something wrong. Maybe I wired the rotary encoders in wrong, but however, they didn't. I could actually see things moving in other areas by using them. So when I shifted aircraft, but I wanted them to work in my CESSNA, so I did a little more research. I looked at some actual Garmin videos on how their stuff's supposed to work, and what I came up with was functionality of the knobs. So the functionality of these knobs is actually similar to the functionality from the 450. So I used the GNS 450 via MobiFlight for the rotary encoders, and I used the 430 for this rotary encoder, and sure enough, I got them to work. And I'll show you up here. Here's my standby. And they work. And if I push on that, now I'm on the nav side. So I got it to work. I'm really happy about that. I can also get it to work down here on the 650. And the 650 is set up as if it's the GNS 430. I'm working on this now. This knob up here, it works on the PMS 50 stuff. It doesn't work on the TDS stuff. So I definitely need to do a little work, figure out a little bit more there. Now, how I did it, this screen here, my setup, is an 8-inch touchscreen. I found it on Amazon, but you can find this touchscreen on Amazon or eBay, and it goes anywhere from about 50-ish up to about $80, $85 or so. It depends on the model of the screen you want. And the reason that matters for me is I didn't want to have to reach inside or have to run my arm behind here to get to a power button. So I found an LCD display that had an external power button that could actually be wired somewhere else. And then I designed this facade here in Tinkercad. Now you can find great designs on Thingiverse, but I just wanted to tweak something a little bit more to my liking, and I just did it myself. And what I did over here, I'll kind of show it, I'll move it over. You can kind of see here, there's a recess that I designed in Tinkercad to house the buttons. So up here is the power button, then I've got menu buttons and whatnot, and the exit down here. And you don't really notice it when you're looking straight on. You will see a little bit of a gap, and that's just because I didn't measure perfectly, but I'll be able to fix that pretty easily. And the buttons aren't put in yet. The direct to buttons do work from the 430 and the 530. So coding them with MobiFlight to the GNS 430 and 530 works all day long. My problem next is going to be the home buttons, because I don't have home buttons on the 430 and 530. So can't bring in what I don't have. But that's only a little bit of functionality that I'm losing, not a whole lot, so I think I could live with that. But I think that this may be the way I go. I'm going to finish it up, and then I'm going to play with it. And the next one I'm going to show you here is an alternative to that method, is a facade that I got from Thingiverse. This is a 750, this is a 650. I kind of merged the designs. I added wings to it so I can mount it in here with using the mounting screws. And I also added this lip at the bottom as a support and an inset, and that inset is to support this Samsung tablet. Now this is an old Samsung tablet. I probably had it for 3 to 4 years easily. And if you look at how the size of that, I'll show you from the front. The size is pretty darn close to the 650 and the 750 combined. Width and height are just there. So this is a pretty darn good option, and it's only for the touchscreen display part. It's one USB-C cable and Space Desk on your computer, and that's it. So this is definitely a possibility for me, and I may be shifting to this. The part I didn't like about it is this gap I had to leave, because there's the buttons on the side of the tablet. You got to be able to get to your power button and any, so who knows. But it does fit well. It's pretty easy to get in there. These little stands here, or standoffs, are gonna made up to a bracket that just holds this in place. It's gonna hold it right there snugly. And then it's just a matter of the rotary encoders and the buttons, and it's done. So I may tinker around with this a wee bit more. We'll see how that goes. Maybe in the next video I may have it done by then, I don't know. But I definitely like this. I think it's a good option. I just don't know if I'm gonna go this way or this way. I like both though. It's just gonna be kind of a competition to see which one works out better for me. But that's my kind of workaround. So if you're gonna fly in an aircraft that doesn't natively have the 750 in it, this is a possibility for you. And I'll probably throw that design up on Thingiverse as well. But it's so far so good. We'll see. Once I figure out which one of these I like better, I'm going to pop it in. And when I do that, because I'm actually putting in a 650 and a 750, I'm going to remove my comm panel. I'm going to remove the Flight Sim Builder GNS 530. I'm going to remove the Prop Wash Sim radio here. And I'm going to remove my own transponder. And I love this transponder. I built it myself. I'm really happy with it. But if I don't need it, I don't need it. And I kind of don't need it. So the only thing I'll be left with is the autopilot from Prop Wash. And I'll probably build my own, honestly. I'll probably do one of the Garmin autopilots myself. So we'll see how that goes. But so far so good. I've been able to get some things working. It's been a long day doing stuff in here, but I'm happy with my progress. So questions, comments, concerns, as always, throw them below, ask questions. I'll answer anything I can. And I do want to thank Cardboard Sim quite a bit. He actually tried to find some software for me for the 530, and he's the one who gave me the idea for the 750 in here. if you watch his videos, he's actually using an iPad to do it, which makes it bigger, but in his cockpit, it looks great. It looks like it belongs there. I really liked how he did that. It's just in here, I wanted something that was more form fit for what I had. I didn't want to have to modify the whole thing too extensively. So for me, this is a little bit better of a fit, but I do want to thank him, Cardboard Sim. Thank you so much for not only trying to help me, but giving me this idea. I'm going to keep playing with it as I go, and I'll keep updating these videos. So the next update you see, there may be a whole lot missing over here. But thanks for watching. Stay safe, and as always, happy flying out there. Take care.